Gotcha.
So,
All right, here we are, week 19, the Fantasizers podcast.
hello, no.
Yeah, so
No.
So TFP, we just finished our first segment. This is between the first and second segment. In case
Yeah, if
you're
you want
wondering.
to hear it, go find the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. It's a great podcast. Go give it a listen while you're driving your kids to school.
That's
They
right.
love to hear this shit.
The Fantasizers podcast.
Don't do that. Don't listen to us when you have children in the.
Just right
yeah.
over the corner.
You know, I thought it was weird because I looked up in the corner and usually it has that little record, and this one I didn't notice it because up on the tab at the top of my Chrome here, there is a little red circle that looks like it's recording, but it's not.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, juked out by.
Well, I didn't want to jump in when Josh already started yelling hello to everybody. So I was like, you know what? Okay.
Did I yell?
Should I say it?
Well, you did your.
You're like,
should I do it?
I should say it. I should say it. Everybody. I should say hello.
Hello, everybody.
Yo, Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah. So
Yo, what up? Jerry fucking Seinfeld here.
Hey, so we'll go. I was just Survivor picks, and then we're gonna go playoff pick'ems. That'll be our new.
are we going?
Party Pete's
through-
not going to see the segment we just had with him.
Yeah,
Oh
good point.
man.
Oh well.
Are we
He
going to
went
go
listens to the
through?
podcast?
So,
And if he
Party,
listens to the podcast, Party Pete, check out the podcast.
check out the podcast, man, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you can find your latest
Anchor.
podcast. Yep, we referenced you in the episode, man. So give it a listen.
Josh, did you get that chip? By the way, you get the stuff. For that?
Yeah, I had it.
No.
Yeah, no, you missed it. I had it already. Sucked.
Yeah,
No,
Nah, sorry, I didn't record. You're gonna have to do it again.
no, that didn't happen.
you will.
It was right after the segment where I talked about the top 10 dudes' largest bulges if you zoom in on game day.
Have you ever seen Eli Manning's?
Big Nick.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, that's part of my segment actually. Is the word "dick" allowed on podcasts?
It is now.
Yeah, it's short for Richard.
All right, cool. Because like I do have Big Dick Nick in my segment, so
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
We're
You didn't know his first name's really Richard?
Penis, 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 vagina, vagina, vagina.
there we go.
Hey,
We
talked
covered
about
it
that
all.
a few weeks back.
We have covered it all, folks.
We're an equal opportunity podcast.
What was the
You
word?
learned anatomy here as well.
Shit, piss. Getting
Are we going? So when we do the playoff pick'em thing, are we going through each game individually?
Yes.
Just like, okay, cool,
Yes.
cool. Because I got it. I've got the list of everybody so that you can't screw me over with this, and I know what you picked. I feel like Chris fucked me over.
I.
What you do on your had to get them all right picks?
What?
How did Josh do on having to get all the games right to have a chance to win?
So before anybody gives them, do you have it? Does anybody have the actual number he got right? Because I kind of feel like we should bet on the over under before we disclose.
Ooh, Chris, do you still have them all, or did you not?
I have them right here.
Because judging by the amount of teams he picked, I guess there was 50 games that he picked from.
I was gonna say, I think he picked all 32 teams, didn't he?
Well, that, and I think I took some NBA in there
Some
too.
NBA.
Right?
He also took that Sydney or Hollywood was
Hey.
gonna shave his goatee.
I hit on my Connor McDavid pick.
He actually did pretty good, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
So I'm gonna say he got 8 right.
So there's
went
16
8 and
games,
10.
right? 16 games he picked.
Or yeah, 16 games, so 8 and 8.
I'm gonna say he went 11-5.
I'm gonna go just above Hollywood,
Wait.
nine
Yeah,
and 7.
I only got 13 down.
So not quite all of them.
Okay, so out of that, never mind. I'm gonna
He
say
was
we got
flying,
6.
man. He was going 100 miles an hour, and I was trying my
You
best.
said
to
you
keep up.
got it.
I thought I
We
did.
even asked.
I must have missed.
Yeah, no, I got
it.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
good,
so
I got
out of
it.
those 13, he went
13.
I'm gonna say you got 6 and 7.
9
You
and
went 6 and 7.
4.
Wow, you really
7
went
and
for it.
6.
Am I holding this out
Well played.
for the segment?
No, you just, well,
Now
No,
we're
throw
deep
it
into it
out
now.
there.
They can
Yeah,
handle
Yeah,
this.
we
No.
don't want to. We don't want to deal with it then.
What'd he go? What'd he do?
11 and
13
2. 11 and 2.
He missed the Jags, and he
the Colts I missed.
Colts and the
and-
Chargers.
The Cardinals. He picked the Cardinals. He got
No,
that
I-
wrong.
Cardinals
Uh,
won, didn't they? Oh, Cardinals
No,
lost. Sorry.
Cardinals lost.
I didn't take the Cardinals. I
10
didn't.
and
Nope.
3.
I didn't.
Yes,
Yep.
you did.
No, I,
You, you took the Cardinals.
no.
Yes.
I don't think so. Damn.
I
really should-
specifically remember you saying that the Seahawks are atrocious.
Yep.
No, I said I like those guys.
How do you fuck that up?
It was like this complete opposite.
All right, you idiots. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
Am I cutting this?
Yeah. I don't know, Brandon. Do you want him to record during the show so we can pull it out and put it back in?
Yeah.
Giggity, giggity.
Kind of. I need something where it's like something with Josh and Chris going back and forth a little bit.
Well,
All
this,
right.
this couch behind me is actually a pull-out,
Ooh.
and it's the
Like-
only thing in this household that is and does.
I was kind of hoping I'd get Josh's hello on there, but that's all right. I can get that another time.
I always knew Sammy did.
What?
Huh?
That's right. Pegged. Pegged.
Hey.
Okay, and so we're cutting this. Okay, and that is Fantasizers podcast behind the scenes YouTube. Take one.
No, we're still recording.
No,
Josh.
we're gonna record it.
And that's the blooper reel.
Continue.
Line? Line?
Live. Yo, what up? It's fucking Jerry Seinfeld.
I guess I gotta watch that. I missed. I don't know what that.
I don't
okay.
really know what that's from either, but I thought it was funny when he did it
Yeah.
to me.
That's my best. That's my best.
He
Yeah,
actually
literally on the
had me
podcast.
call him though. Like he actually had me call him from my phone to
That's
do
right.
that.
Yeah. It's my Jerry Seinfeld. What the hell are you doing, Guru?
Oh, I thought we were in a movie. I was casting a spell.
Okay.
He's really into Harry Potter lately.
Oh, he is. Yeah. I still haven't gotten past. I still haven't gotten.
Speaking of what are you doing over there? If I accidentally speak and a camera cuts to me while I'm showing you guys some content during goatee, I'm sorry.
You can stop doing that, host.
Nope.
All right,
Oh.
let's do it.
Hey.
Let's.
All right. Cool. Let's do it. 5, 4, 3. All right, and we're back. We are back, and man, do I not want to do this at all. But we got to figure out, and we have to crown.
We
Our-
don't.
We
don't.
do.
No,
Our
we don't.
Survivor Picks champion.
Oh, God.
So I
Here
would
we go.
play. I would play the music if I had, if I could, but I don't. You know, copyright all that stuff. I don't want to do it. So
You can hum it.
we can hum it.
You
can-
are a loser today.
I don't want it. Okay, guys.
Send it.
Doesn't
Win-
deserve it.
The
Send
winner of the Survivor Picks.
So on to our next segment.
That's right. So
Send it.
And now over to Hollywood's Corner.
It is our very own wise, silly, little lopsided head, but he's rolling it out, figuring it out. Christopher Michael, the champion, and we have to fork over some money to him now. That's
You got my Venmo.
This is
Send it over, baby. Send
This
it
is-
over.
that is not-
I'll send it
this
to
is
you.
like the Giants making it as a wild card team and winning the Super Bowl.
It is the greatest.
actually-
It's one of the
It's
greatest
wrong.
things ever. Really is. Thank
I
you.
actually-
Seahawks making the playoffs at 7-9.
Hey, this is great. I hope you feel good about me sending you this Venmo. My family can't eat for a week now.
I
Okay.
don't care. Send it over.
It's true. He paid his mortgage
Hey,
twice.
You lost.
Chris,
it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pay in lump sum here a little bit because there's a
You
coin
accept
shortage.
scratch offs.
It's coin shortage.
Can I set up a payment plan?
I have some stock in Bitcoin.
This sucks.
Send me your Bitcoin. Send me your Bitcoin. Send it. Actually, send me your Bitcoin when it's dropping like in the low 40,000s, and then I'll reinvest that money. So when it goes
So
back
now?
up, I'll pull it.
Guys, look
Is
at
it in the
this
40?
thing.
Is it in the
Look
You
at
low
this
making,
40s?
are you making financial
Yeah.
moves?
I don't know.
Why
I'm
not?
just
Might as well.
amazed by the way that he's thinking. Like, look at the face he makes.
Listen.
That's just
So I want to. First of all, I want to go ahead and
Painful.
I want to thank the Lord, Jesus Christ, for this win. I
Jesus
also
fucking Christ is right.
I couldn't do it, without the support of my family in bed at this
Or the Colts
hour,
losing.
late hour. Thank you for sleeping through our shenanigans on Wednesday nights. And I couldn't do it without realizing that I had to pick against the worst team in the NFL, my Giants. They suck. And I
I'm
knew
sorry,
it.
you kind of cut out there. Who'd you pick against?
The Giants, the freaking Giants.
No, I thought you said the.
I
Oh
didn't
no,
get
you
that.
never mind. I got the captions up now. It did say the worst team. Yeah.
So I went with Washington. It was disgusting, but I tell you what, it was worth every freaking penny, guys. Every penny. And just to kind of recap, guys, 18. If you weren't paying attention last week, you listen to this podcast. I went with Washington over the Giants. Brandon, who I am was tied with, went with the Colts. And seemingly you'd think we would be going into the playoffs right now, picking playoff teams, for a tiebreaker. Obviously, everybody else, they suck. They didn't have any.
Yeah, not even close. They were all just
Not even
atrocious.
close.
I had a chance.
No, Josh was done. He was done. He picked
Josh,
blue. He
But I
won.
thought
All of
I
our
thought we
moms,
said you guys had
all of
to-
our moms told us that we had to let you play.
Yep.
What?
All
Yeah,
of our
your mom-
moms told
I
us
thought we
that.
said you
Mom
guys had to
called me.
pick teams under 500, and so Brandon changed it. Actually, he said that the Colts were actually going to lose that game. He went with the other
True.
team.
Yeah,
True, I did.
So
I picked
Plot twist.
Jacksonville actually.
And Goatee goes with Green Bay. And
No,
that
Jacksonville.
That didn't work out.
Yeah, I went against
And
you on
Connor
that.
McDavid didn't
I
play,
took-
so I got my 2.
I took blue, by the way.
So
And
you got blue. Good job, Josh. Way to go. You
Thanks.
were out 2 weeks
Congrats,
ago.
buddy.
Hey, so obviously I am a champion. I'll keep talking about it here throughout the podcast. But I was 14-4. Brandon goes 13-5. Guru goes 12-6. Josh goes 10-7-1. I should tie. Hollywood, what a loser. Hollywood goes. Hollywood picked. Who the heck? Who'd you pick last week? I have it here.
I went with
Cup, right? Cup reception record and not breaking the yards record. It seems like he was.
Wait, do I get a tie?
No, sorry. He was closer to breaking the yards record
Let's
than
give
he
him the
was
tie.
the reception record. Fine,
No.
we'll give him a tie. He wants
No.
to tie it. Give him a tie.
Well, hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. So
No.
I need you to read his standings off real quick because
We don't have
Because
enough
if
time, I don't think. All right.
well, you're right, but if my math is correct, I think his winning percentage is better than yours.
Right.
Therefore,
Yeah.
our actual champion,
The people's champion.
Hollywood, over in the corner.
What's going on? You can't take away.
Hollywood, I have never been more proud of you.
Well,
Good job.
hey guys,
Thank
thank
you.
you. And I just want to thank you guys for giving me this platform to do this. Week in and week out. It's an honor.
This
It
Were you
was-
doing it from
Hey,
a knee?
Chris, quiet. He's giving a speech.
That's right. It
And-
is.
all right, I think we need the national anthem.
God, I
give him
almost
his medal.
feel like
Yep,
almost
sure.
feel
Sure.
like
I pledge allegiance
You know,
to the.
I feel like it's November
I
2nd.
dedicate this to Christmas trees everywhere. My family for getting me the
Grace-
gifts that I asked for. And Luke Combs for having a
And
great year.
Bryce Young.
I
Bryce
rode
Young
Luke
coming through.
Combs. Yeah.
Wait,
I-
did you ask for
And
grace?
the Kraken.
I almost
did
feel
not.
like
Oh.
it's November 2nd, 2019. It's just taken away from me.
Wow.
Does anyone else find it a little suspicious that the guy with the spreadsheet ended up, winning?
I share that spreadsheet every
Anyone
week.
else? I've never seen the spreadsheet.
I'm just worried that we left the guy that dropped the weights on his head to do the math to figure out who.
Nobody can do
who
your
won.
math.
That's true.
That's
Can we get a recount? Was there a hanging Chad?
Yeah.
right. I don't know. Something's going on.
Who's
Well,
Chad?
boys, I'll tell you, it was one hell of a season. I appreciate it. And thank you for that Venmo, Josh. I do appreciate that. What we decided that we're going to do it. So obviously, I mean, the season's over. We're in the playoffs. So we're going to get a playoff pick'ems. And that is what we're going to do each week. I assume I'm going to win this as well. That's just the way it works usually. But I do want to, I want to talk about something here, guys, really quick. I won the championship there, or the survivor picks, by finishing my season with 8 straight wins. 8
That's
straight.
That's pretty good to come in second place to Hollywood.
I remember
Actually,
the.
no, that's
Bullshit.
I think.
I think I remember the Dolphins went on a 7-game winning streak too. And
Yeah. And then fired their coach.
We'll
Yeah.
talk about that. Yeah.
yeah,
So I hate to tell you, Chris, but after the show, you're gonna have to see me in my office.
What?
You know what you're hey
in my
guys, I know we discussed this off the air without him, but do we want to tell him what his reward is aside from the money for winning? Anyone?
Sure.
No. Oh, yeah. We discussed it off air that you also have to do the chip challenge with the host because you were so much better than us this year that we want to see you in a little bit of pain.
I don't think so. No, I think he's going to do it himself. He's being a baby about it, but I think he's going to do it.
It sounds like maybe you're being a baby about it too.
If he does it, I'll do it. I'll
Actually,
do it.
shouldn't everybody do it?
Make sure you roll out your head a little bit more first because we. Don't
I
want that
actually think
flaring up.
everybody should do it besides him because he won.
Actually, Josh should take 2 because
I think. What? I was on your side, man.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I forget about how this works. All right, let's do this. Playoff pick'em, boys. You ready? We're gonna go down the list. We're gonna go through each game this week. So let's start with you, Josh. You poor loser. Start with you. So First game we got on Saturday, 4:30, is the Raiders at Cincinnati. Who you got?
I got Cincy.
Cincy?
Yep, Cincy. I think
Eight-
Burrow's.
I don't care. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
8:15 game Saturday. Who do you got? New England at Buffalo.
I'm going with my heart. I'm going Buffalo.
Attaboy. Attaboy. All right. Sunday, 1 o'clock. Philly is at Tampa.
Not Philly.
Yep. I figured. Tough one. 4:30. San Francisco at Dallas.
San Francisco. Come on, Guru. Come on, baby.
Yes. I can't even handle this. 8:15 game Sunday night. We got Pittsburgh at Kansas City.
Give me Pittsburgh.
Whoa! Can you say that again? Say it a little louder.
Give me Pittsburgh, baby.
Wow! Wow!
Big Ben. Storyline. Knock down Goliath.
He is going to eat more chips, isn't he, boys? All
He's
right.
gonna eat so many chips.
Wow.
Someone's got to do it.
Monday night, Arizona at LA.
Mm,
It's at 8:15. If that makes a difference.
Why would that make a difference?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
What are they having for dinner?
I believe tortellini.
Oh my God!
What
Ra-
phase of the moon or what phase of the moon is it going to be?
it's
Is it high tide or low tide?
it's Rams Cardinals. You said?
It's a half-ass moon. Yeah.
Give me the Rams.
Actually, it's Cardinals Rams because the Cardinals are at LA.
Good.
Give me the
good
Rams.
call.
Gotcha. Oh, right, because I'm saying the cities, and that doesn't make any sense to you. Hollywood doesn't. Is that what you're saying?
Blue.
Okay, here we go.
They play in Englewood.
Goatee. Well, let's take this a different route. All right. 4:30 Saturday game. You got the Raiders playing in Cincinnati.
Yeah, at Paul Brown Stadium, actually. Great, really nice stadium. They got really hot freaking chicken wings though. I am going with
Give a
Cincinnati.
shit.
Bengals.
Did I ask? Who
Going with
asked?
Cincinnati.
Who asked that?
8:15. I'm sorry. The Patriots are at Buffalo.
Yeah. I'm going New England.
Oh, you son! I knew you were going to do it. You son of a bitch.
bitch.
Son of a bitch. Unbelievable.
Come on, that's one thing we all gotta go. Like you just gotta do it.
Sunday. Eagles at Tampa Bay. 1 o'clock.
Tampa Bay. By 100.
Okay, this is. I just gonna put San Francisco in here for you. Is that you? Are you
You
gonna?
didn't ask me the question.
I'm sorry. 4:30 Sunday. 49ers at Dallas.
I am going to go with what is the San Francisco 49ers by 1,000,000.
Million.
So that's going to be a loss.
I'm gonna
That's
take
Book
the
it, I guess.
1,000,000.
I'm taking the under.
eight.
Smart.
The late game. Yeah, I'm taking the other too. Yeah, the late game, 8:15 is going to be the Steelers going into Kansas City. What do you got?
I am going with the Pittsburgh. No, I'm not. Kansas City.
That's a smarter.
You should go with the Steelers.
And then last but not least, 8:15 game Monday night, the Cardinals at LA.
A bomb to go off.
That
Okay,
be
well,
fun.
really
I'd
awful.
watch that.
Doesn't have to hurt anybody. Just stop the game.
That's dark.
No, okay. No, in reality, a tie. No. I'm gonna go with the Rams. I think they're angry about last week.
Yeah, they probably are. All right, Brandon Lee.
You're the kind of guy. You're the kind of guy that in March Madness just takes all the favorites, aren't you?
Me?
Come on,
No.
man. Where's a little pizzazz, man? Where's the gonads, man?
The favorites. I took New England, which is the underdog, and I took the 49ers, which are the underdog.
Oh, okay.
He's satisfied. Brandon Lee, 4:30 Saturday game. We got the Raiders going to Cincy. Who we got?
Bengals, baby.
Yeah, I like that. I like that pick. I think that's a good pick. 8:15 game. Patriots at Buffalo.
Belichick. He's not a first round exit.
What the?
But
Same reason I picked it. I don't see
How many times
Belichick
can the
getting knocked
Bills-
out. I want the Bills to win, but
The
I
Bills
Look.
are over this. They now
They're
are getting.
done.
They're already in the head of.
They're
New
over.
England.
Did I
What-
jump on the
what
wrong
team?
fucking
Hold on.
podcast here?
Oh,
what
sorry.
team? What team has actually who has outcoached Brady, or I mean, who has outcoached Belichick twice in the same season?
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun. Yeah, I know.
Fair enough.
All right,
Tom Coughlin.
Eagles go to Tampa Bay 1:00 on Sunday. What do you got?
Tampa Bay.
Yep, I figure. San Francisco 49ers.
There you go, right there, San Francisco.
Wait, hold on. I have to answer that question. Who's out coached Belichick twice in one season? Brian Flores, and it gets him fired.
That's true.
Good point.
That is true. Yep. Don't do it. You get fired. 8:15 game. You got Pitt or the Steelers going to Kansas City. You got.
Kansas City.
And last but not least, Cardinals going to LA Monday night.
Close game. Rams take it.
Gotcha. Hollywood, you ready?
I couldn't be more ready.
Seems like you're not. Seems like you're not motivated at all. That's what it seems like.
Yeah. No, I'm here.
Okay. Raiders in Cincy, 4:30 Saturday.
Bengalis.
Gotcha. Cincy. I don't know why you said it that way, but it was okay.
That's how it's pronounced. Have you ever been to Cincinnati? That's how
It's a
they
type.
pronounce it.
It's a type of tigre.
8:15 game Saturday.
Circle the
night.
fucking wagons. It's Buffalo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you very much. All right, Eagles at Tampa.
TB12 with TB.
49ers at Dallas.
Santa Clarita.
Steelers at Kansas City.
The chefs.
I hate him. And Monday night.
La La Land.
Can you translate, please?
He went with
LA. He went with Englewood.
it was a great movie, really. Weird kind of twist at the end, but
No
So,
spoilers.
hey there, Christopher Michael. I'm going to ask you what you're picking to make it more suspenseful.
Good. Yeah, do it.
Okay. In the NFL Super Wildcard round on Saturday, January 15th at 4:30 p.m. sharp, the Las Vegas Raiders travel to play the Cincinnati Bengals. Who you got?
Cincy.
Great pick. Then on Saturday night, January 15th, 8:15 p.m. sharp, the New England Patriots
Buffalo.
travel to
Buffalo Bills.
to get
the
beat.
Bills. The Bills.
or to beat down the Bills. Is that not what you said?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm going with Buffalo.
To lose by how much?
Bills Mafia, baby.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Sunday, January 16th, the Philadelphia Eagles travel down south to Tampa Bay at 1:00 to get their asses handed to them.
I will go with that. Yes, Tampa Bay. TB12. Yep.
4:30 p.m. Sunday, January 16th, the San Francisco 49ers travel to the Dallas Cowboys Jerry World. Who you
I
got?
want to see Jerry cry. So we're going with San Francisco.
I was going to say Tears of Joy or
That's
Okay.
true. It could have been. It could be that, but hopefully it's not. So we're gonna go with San Francisco.
I like it. Sunday night,
Kansas
8:30
City.
Good. I didn't even. You're supposed to start it with what is.
Oh,
So
sorry.
you got to form it as a question.
I was excited.
What
Monday
do I do
night.
with my hands?
Monday night, January 17th, terrible day. Nobody should ever be born on that day.
That's my
8:15
birthday.
Ouch. Ouch.
8:15 p.m. The Arizona Cardinals travel to Englewood to play the La La Rams.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams on that one.
By how much?
I don't think.
They win by 3.
Oh.
Yep.
Guru, you said no one should be born on that day. Betty White was born on that day.
I shared my damn
Unfortunately,
birthday
Betty White
with
is
Betty
no
White.
longer with us.
Yeah, but
And
And
for
Ben
those that-
Franklin.
And for those that are curious and want to look it up, I share a birthday with Tony Hawk and Yogi Berra.
I share a birthday with Mike Hawk.
I don't know who I share a birthday with.
Took me a second there, Josh. I got it.
Thanks.
Nailed it.
And Ben Dover and Anita Boner. And
I worked with Mike Hunt.
Whoa.
oh,
No,
God.
that really was his name.
Now we're
Great.
It
getting
really
Great
was his
running
name.
back.
Okay, no, his
Oh.
real name wasn't Mike, but that's what he had
No.
on his cranial.
He made some rude comments. Okay.
Well, Brandon Lee,
He's a Seahawks fan.
happy birthday on Monday.
Thank you,
Hopefully
sir.
all your bets come true this weekend.
I know, I'm excited.
Appreciate
I actually think I'm gonna go with your bets. Just for your birthday. I
Well,
should have
then-
gone with them forever.
I don't want your luck.
Okay. Well, I don't like that, so I'm going to end this. We are going to go to a break, and then when we come back, oh boy, is it time? It's time to put your
He's
kids
over
to bed.
there. He's over there stroking his goatee.
I can see it. I'm a little nervous. So put the kids to bed and just hide. I don't know. Right after this. Hey.
So I think when Buffalo puts the smackdown on the Patriots,
The hot
Since-
chip challenge goes to those guys.
no.
With you.
You're still doing the hot chip challenge. They're going through a fucking table.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm a WWE fan. I'll do it. Let's do it.
I'm
WWE.
I think Hollywood, just because he's the biggest one here, gets to do it. I think he gets to go off the high rope.
Yeah, maybe in height, but he's not the biggest.
Yeah.
Well, probably because of his height.
No, he's not.
I mean, we
Trevor-
gotta talk about biggest.
Yeah, it
but-
is.
No,
I thought we were talking
No.
about below the belt.
yeah.
Sometimes
Oh.
you gotta
Oh, no,
whip it
yeah,
out on
no.
the table, boys. Am I right?
I'm out.
This
So-
was fun to come back to.
By the way, I'm Guru. Thanks for putting in those bets because I'm 2 for 2 so far. Hornets, baby, and Heat.
How'd Clemson do tonight?
Anybody go to overtime yet?
No. But it's 71-70 right now. Rockets Spurs.
Let's go.
The Nets
So,
and
by the
Bulls might
way-
be a good game.
By the way, we didn't mention this, but for the playoff pick'em, the loser, so the winner doesn't get anything, but the loser has to
No.
shave their eyebrows.
Nope. Actually,
Yeah, I
I'll
know.
do that little like.
My eyebrows make my face, man.
That's why you need to pick well.
Well, no. Otherwise, I wouldn't have taken the Steelers. I'm just trying to be different.
Clemson got beat 72-56.
Josh, you don't have to try. You
Yeah.
don't have to try.
Yeah.
Clemson got beat 72-56.
I didn't lose anything. It's okay. Hey, you know what I got? I have did you see my account, Jordan? I had a good weekend, man.
Mine rivals yours.
Yeah, good weekend.
Yeah, but what Jordan's not telling you is he already had like 300 in his account.
I was gonna say, did he just
My-
positive? He didn't.
My
he did
weekend,
not win.
yeah, but how many weeks in a
Keeps
row did I
depositing
hit on
money.
those parlays?
I did
If
not
I
hear
could
you.
just,
How many
If I
weeks in
could-
a row did I hit on those parlays?
Actually, he did. Yeah, he did. I was like, at one point, I was like, I need to start taking a percentage.
If I could just withdraw the money from Maryland, that would be good. But it won't let me, so it's gonna stay in there.
Wait. Why
Again,
can't-
it's connected to my PayPal.
Wait, why can't you just what? What are you doing it through?
You didn't know that, Josh? You
What are you
can't.
doing? What are you doing?
No, I'm kidding. I actually I didn't try. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm doing a FanDuel.
I was gonna say you can totally just.
He's putting his bets in with this guy named Tony. He hangs out behind the bowling alley.
I met him once at the bowling alley.
Oh, I know Tony.
Yeah.
He sold me the
great.
virus. The
He also likes to frequent
vaccine.
corners.
Oddly enough,
He
he
sold me
never.
the vaccine and all the other gym guys when I go to the gym, they have the vaccine left and right. I don't. They keep putting it in their butt. I
He
guess. I
got
don't know.
like 15 boosters.
It's,
That's crazy.
it's weird.
Tiny nuts, though. Real tiny
Really
nuts.
not, yeah, I know it's weird. It's just because their legs are so big. That's what they tell me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not looking.
No,
a
I'm staring.
lot,
right.
normal amount.
The CDC says
Says the guy that
shots.
when you zoom in on their bulge,
Yeah, that's right. Well, here you got a tiny nut sack here. Here's a
the
guy.
corner came down here because he saw this guy's got no bulge. So,
Well, here's a guy that doesn't shave. Oh man, aren't we funny?
Hollywood's corner, let's do it.
Aren't we funny?
Aren't we just little rascals? I'll tell you what. All right, cool. Chris, you want to send it to the corner?
Not really.
Well, you're doing it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back, TFP Nation. As the host mentioned just a second ago, put your kids to bed if you have not done so already, please, right? Because it is that time. We are going to that corner. Never know what's coming out of that corner. Sometimes it's a lot of good. Sometimes it's not so good. Most of the time, it's really bad. So, today, January 12th, 2022, Hollywood, good or bad? Or really bad? What do you got?
Oh, well, he's got some Bush and A's, I believe.
I guess so.
So you know it's good because Bush and A's are good. Here's to 6 months sober yesterday, gentlemen. Bush and A's.
Hey, congratulations.
That's claps all around, man.
It's been miserable and I
right.
want to fucking die, but sober. So speaking of dying, this week I wanted to talk about those players that everyone just wishes would fucking die. So
So this
I was
is starting
gonna-
off really bad.
yeah, right.
Translate that a little bit, or is that?
So
Or
I
you
was
mean
going to
that?
do top 10, but I'm just going to list the most hated players of all time. And I'm interested to get your perspective on this, gentlemen, because it's going to vary. I had my buddy over here earlier today. We were whacking our balls around talking about this, and he's a Buffalo fan. So, he had some different players in mind than myself. We're playing urban golf, just to let you know. It was all innocent, good fun. By the way, urban golf, guys, start playing it immediately. Get an empty beer can, some putters and golf balls, go out in your driveway, and you putt to the can, skins game style. It's a blast. We've now started playing indoors since it's a little chilly and there's snow on the ground. You won't regret it.
I concur.
You went to bed.
I'm in.
You went to bed.
Yeah, you went to bed, Christopher Michael, like 7. You Irish goodbye to us like 3 times.
It was it was like 4 a.m.
No,
It was-
no, because Josh and I stayed up till 2:30 playing.
the sun was coming up.
It was not. It was not. No.
Was it a full moon?
I will never forget
You know how sometimes you
Sometimes you
mess
just
that
got to
up?
turn the flashlight on your camera.
No, no, Chris. I
Hollywood-
think that's just you.
Hollywood literally went across this, hit his ball across the street, rolled up all the way up his neighbor's driveway, barely touched the garage door, came all the way back and hit the can.
It was amazing.
It was probably the best moment in urban golf history.
You know, we talk about Sunday, you know, on
Yeah, stand up
17,
then.
Ricky Fowler, that amazing shot. This was close.
That was it. That was it. And now? I'm almost positive he ran 300 yards after that happened too. Like you just took off from
Yeah.
that sprint.
Yeah. And I hurt afterward. I hurt the next day a lot. I'm an old man. So back to the topic, hated players. Again, it varies, right? Because depending on who your team is and who your divisional rivals are or what era you grew up in, it's going to make a difference. So I'm gonna list off some of the players that I cannot stand, and I'm interested to see if there's some overlap or here's some new names. So I'm going to start off with number one on my list. I've hated this player since he came into the league with Eli Manning and Phillip Rivers. Went to Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger. Such a piece of shit. Just a big dumb idiot. You know, and it didn't help that in 05 he was given the Super
Yes.
Bowl
Oh,
over my Seahawks because of another hated player, fucking Jerome Bettis. Fucking douchebag. The bus.
Tell us how you feel.
Yeah. Number two on my list, I feel like this again is pretty universal, but Tom Brady. And I was talking again to my buddy who's a Buffalo fan, and he concurred that there's a lot of hatred towards Tom Brady. But I think it's shifted now. It's now just because of how good he is, as opposed to the whole cheating background, because I feel like a lot of that now falls on Bill Belichick. Sure, there was Deflategate, right? But the rest of the stuff I kind of think falls on, like I said, Belichick. But I mean, he goes down to Tampa and year one Super Bowl, so you can't deny his greatness and the GOAT, but you just hate him because he's just so freaking good. I'm going to stay with current players. Now, these aren't ranked anymore. I'm just going to go down and go with some current players that I can't stand. Again, another player I've hated since the moment he came into the league, freaking Zeke Elliott. Everything about him, I just want to fucking punch him so bad. Find a shirt your size, you douchebag. You know,
Ohio State can't find shirts their size. I don't understand.
It's stupid because they're a bunch of fucking babies. And give James Harden his fucking celebration back. Stop eating fucking ramen noodles during football games. It's stupid. Feed me. I hate that. Yeah, I hate that shit.
feed me. Let me get my 46 yards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and Tony Pollard gets the rest.
Right. I guess still a current player technically. Cam Newton, can't stand him. Again, as a Ducks fan, I feel like we were robbed of a national championship because of Cam Newton. I'm sorry, the player was tackled. He was down. He rolled over a guy, stood back up, and ran in for the touchdown. You're down by contact, but whatever. Cam Newton, the whole, I'm a stylist guy. I just looks like a douchebag. Jameis Winston, old fucking crooked eye. Crab leg stealing motherfucker. Uber punching again. it just looks stupid. Again, on my list for stupid looking quarterbacks, and he fits the mold. That's all I have for current players. Now for some other players that I can't stand. Colin Kaepernick. I fucking hate Colin Kaepernick so much. Colin Kaepernick. Now, obviously things have changed a little bit with everything that's happened since he started kneeling on the sidelines and started that whole stupid trend. But still, I mean, such a diva and frankly an overrated quarterback in my opinion.
Yeah, he wasn't anything good at all. He was overhyped, and all he had was a big arm and could run kind of, but not intelligently.
I think his freaking afro was bigger than his arm, but you know.
Yeah, good point. I think he only really started kneeling. He claims it was for. I'm not even going to get into that actually.
Another player. So this is a player I could not stand growing up, and mainly for the fact that growing up, the Seahawks were terrible, and I wasn't a huge Seahawks fan growing up. I liked him, obviously, being from the area, but you know, as a kid, you gravitate more towards kind of teams that are doing well. So my brother was a huge Cowboys fan, and I was a huge Patriots fan. I'm sorry to say, but that's because Drew Bledsoe out of Wazoo was the quarterback there, and I started hating the Patriots when he lost his job to a douchebag named Tom Brady. But Michelle Irvin, as I like to call him growing up, just to piss my brother off. But Michael Irvin, the cokehead out of Dallas, couldn't stand the guy. Such an a-hole. Here's another player that people love to hate, Chad Ochocinco. I think people just the showmanship and just his off-field antics and everything just rub people the wrong way and very hated.
Or the change
along
of the
with
name.
T.O. Right,
T.O.,
exactly.
I was saving him. Dang it.
T.O., you know, anyone that's going to do, sit-ups in their driveway in Philly deserves the hate.
Anybody who's still like, oh, this guy got a shot. Why not come back for me, guys? At the age of like 46.
Decides he wants to come back as a kicker and then doesn't show up to the tryout.
Right. Another player that I think a lot of people just love to hate, probably, you know, wrongfully so, just because why hate him? The dude did nothing, but Tony Homo. Oh, sorry, Romo. I wrote that wrong. I just love to hate him. You know, the whole slippery ball debacle with Seattle, that was hilarious.
Oh,
That was great.
so good.
Oh, I'm
So
going to pick it up. I'm going to get in. I'm going to get in. No, you're not. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the hell up.
Go announce a game. Ray Lewis. Again, I mentioned him on the, the criminals segment that I did a few podcasts back, but definitely one of those hated players.
I just
the
wrote
whole-
him down too.
Only reason the Niners lost the Super Bowl is because he's freaking retiring. And I swear to God, this is hated players, but if we could do hated referees, Jerome Bogar is on my list.
Sure.
Like I
Now,
will never
now.
throw a flag in the favor of the
You can
Niners.
carry him in. You can carry those guys in there. Well,
Yeah, I mean, the dude does his own celebration every time. I think it's the same dance he did when he stabbed those guys. And that's what I heard. Another player that made my list of criminals that's a hated player. I mean, all of those players should probably be on this list, but Michael Vick, I think a lot of people hated him before the dog fighting, but I think a lot of people hated him even more after because you don't fuck with dogs, dude.
Not at all, man. That's a whole different ball game.
Yeah. Here's two players that I think I might be in the minority on, but I can't stand him. Number one, Troy Polamalu. I hate that stupid fuck and his hair.
I,
great
so
hitter.
that he's in
I,
the,
I hated him as well while he played, but I actually do kind of like him outside of football.
nope, can't
I
stand
like
him.
his commercials.
Nope, I want to shave his
Kinda weird.
fucking head, punch him in the face,
I
and then run
use
away.
I use Head and Shoulders because of him.
I use it on my balls because of him. Only on my balls. That's
Have
it.
you guys tried the cooling one, the one that makes it really cool?
I have that,
I
and it's
wouldn't-
amazing.
Yeah. Until you get it in your eyes, I guess, or your pee hole.
Yeah, it burns a little bit. It's fine though.
Yeah, it passes, I
so
guess.
another player on that team, Heinz Ward, fucking Cialis smiling Bob douchebag. What
San
are you so
Antonio
happy about?
Holmes, who?
Fuck, can't stand Heinz Ward. And then the last player on my list, guys, I was so happy that when he left the league and then did not really get a shot anywhere. I think he jumped around on a couple other teams, but Des fucking Bryant, what a douche. I was so happy that he left there and then did not find a stable home because he was deserving of not getting a chance. So that's my list real quick that I came up with for players that I can't stand. Really not a lot of divisional rival players on there because, to be honest, 49er players, Cardinal players, and Ram players, like you can't hate on Kurt Warner, right?
Oh, I don't like him.
There's two divisional players on mine, right? And one of them, as everybody's probably heard it from the previous episodes, and I know he played for the Niners for a short time, I despise at a cellular level Richard Sherman.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
So that is one. The other one is a guy that he was in the division, but for kind of a short time. But I hated him even before he played for the Rams. Clay Matthews. I despised Clay
Hate him
Matthews
so much. You're right. I didn't like him either.
Yeah, he irritated me a lot. There is one other player that played for the Seahawks who I didn't like, but it was more so just because I didn't like the way he hit my guys a lot. So we won't mention him.
I'm curious though, because I'm thinking of three.
He hit people. He hit guys so hard that he had to retire because his neck doesn't work anymore.
So my daughter is named after him, even though my wife won't admit it.
Wow.
So
You
Guru, I would have
named him
thought,
Jamal Adams. No, I'm kidding.
Guru, I would have thought that you would despise Leroy Hill.
I don't give a shit about Leroy Hill. No, it's everybody probably
Or
figured
like
it's
Lofa
Cam Chancellor.
Tupu.
I didn't like Cam Chancellor. I also didn't like Marshawn Lynch, but those guys wouldn't make the list of like top hated. Another guy that I really despised, mostly, I don't know what it was. I think it was just how goofy he was. I didn't like Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
He was just a goofy dude to me.
I was surprised actually to find him in doing my research. I found him on a few lists and I could not find out why. And I didn't understand that. I mean, yeah, he's a dork, but other than that, I mean, again, he didn't win anything, so why?
He just
Why the hatred?
looks like that dude and reminds you of that dude when you're playing pickup that trash talks and really isn't anything special. You know what I mean? Like
So-
what the hell are you talking to me for? Like you're not that good anyway.
There's another player that I didn't like, and I don't know why. I think it was just his face. To be honest with you, and still to this day, I have to look at him. He doesn't play anymore, but he coaches the Tennessee Titans. Mike Vrabel. I've never liked Mike Vrabel.
He's got a weird face.
He's always just looks like smug. Like, I don't know. It just something about his face. But I could go on all day, but those are some of the guys that came to mind.
So
I'm
I
kind
had-
of surprised though. Like, we left out Rob Gronkowski.
I don't hate Gronk
Right.
because he's funny.
So yes, outside of football, right? Outside of football, he's kind of funny. But the fact that he came back just to play with Tom Brady, you know what I mean? Like, come on, dude, go prove yourself with another quarterback. I don't think he's anything. Well, maybe back in the day he was all right, but he was injury prone, right? I don't know. I don't like him.
Oh, I did just think of another one.
I am gonna leave this one for the Giants fans because I'm curious if this name comes up, but I'll come back to it if you don't say it. But me personally, and I know Guru really knows the reason why, but there's like so much more into it, and I don't really know why. I hate Andrew Luck so much, and I know he's like such a good dude, but like I just fucking hate him so much.
I was going to throw one out there real quick. I hate every single player that played on the 2012 New Orleans Saints, 2011, excuse me, New Orleans Saints special teams that targeted Kyle Williams after a concussion.
And then
that one
I'll
still
go.
that one still
Well.
stings bad.
They were getting paid.
I'll go quick.
The Niners
so,
beat the Giants in that game if the Giants don't cause
I'll go
freaking Kyle
quicker
Williams
here
to
just
fumble
so
a
we
bunch
save
because
time.
Kyle Williams was concussed.
Yeah, I'll go a little bit quicker here so we save some time. But I can't stand Julian Edelman. I've never liked him. I think even now when him doing commercials is stupid and idiotic. Current, I absolutely hate Aaron Rodgers. I don't know about you guys. I think he's an idiot. Another one that kind of a lot of people don't think about. To me, it's just I don't know. I look back at the Dallas days. He's still got the long hair, but I just think of him as a dirtbag. Cole Beasley. Can't stand him.
Dude's a great rapper.
I hate rap though. So,
Fair enough.
and then this is probably because I'm a Seahawks fan, and he used to just hurt this team more than anything. Brandon Browner could fucking die, and I would probably celebrate.
Well, that's a little harsh,
That's,
but
I don't
Hey.
think so. Anyway, coaches: Mike McCarthy, Bruce Arians.
let me ask the Seahawks fans real quick. I'm going to go real quick. Because of all the success he had against you guys, how do you feel about Frank Gore?
Dude, I actually really like Frank Gore, to be honest with you. I think
that's
he-
surprising because he
should be a Hall of
destroyed
Famer.
the Seahawks throughout his career.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Correct. As a Seahawks fan, I hated to play against him. I can say that. But I think he deserves more credit than what he's given.
Frank's a legend.
All right, so there you have it. Those are the players, the bag of cats that I would like to put in a bag, tie some rocks to, and throw in a river. Josh and Chris, do you guys have any real quick to throw out before we end this great segment?
I got two guys. You talk about a referee. The Giants 49ers game in 2006 or 7.
Nope.
What year was it?
2002, 2003 season, and it was a 24-point comeback.
Yep.
Yeah, baby.
So it was a buffle, a bed snap or a hold or something, and he picks it up and he's rolling out and he throws it into the end zone where one of our players gets taken out. It is a blatant pass interference call, and they called an ineligible man downfield. Turns out it wasn't, and it should have been a pass interference call. Giants kick a field goal. The game's over. We move on.
It's okay.
And,
You got your sweet revenge next week when we went to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who ended up winning the Super Bowl that year. We went and played them, and they wiped the floor with I think we lost like 41-7 or something.
Troy Aikman. I don't like Troy.
Oh
Aikman.
yes, Troy Aikman.
That's a
definitely.
good one.
I don't like him as a player. I don't like him as an announcer. I don't like him as a person. I think he sucks. I don't like him.
Does he always
Yeah.
look high?
He-
Huh?
I
I
think
think
high.
he
Like
is.
his eyes are bloodshot. Is that because of all the concussions, or is he like legit stoned?
I'm not sure.
He's
That's a good
only
call.
stoned because that's the only way he can get through life.
Players.
Probably when you have to share the booth with Joe Buck every day.
I
Joe
thought
Buck's like, here, have some hair plugs. I'll just smoke a
a couple
bowl.
things that I thought about when you guys were talking, right? Is you're talking about a couple players that you hate. And I was thinking to myself, I used to hate them. I kind of like them now. And I was like, oh, let me go through a list of players that I hated, but I now love, kind of. Tony Romo's one. I think he's a fantastic announcer. I love that guy.
I think he's fun to listen to.
He is. He's awesome, right? Jeff Gordon is also a great announcer.
No.
Dude, he's a good announcer. He's a really
No.
good announcer.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
great,
end the
but he's
call
a
here, guys.
douche.
You know, I like that. You know, Johnny Damon.
Fuck him.
Johnny
Yeah,
Damon.
all right,
I like
all
Johnny Damon. Didn't used to. Rob Gronkowski. I like Rob. I think he's a funny dude. Kobe Bryant. I hated him as a player. Outside of basketball, loved
give
him.
you that.
Loved
I
him.
like him
he's
as
good
a
in the
helicopter
community,
pilot.
but he was
Yeah,
a
no.
douchebag.
And then and Tom Brady. I used to hate Tom Brady. I don't mind Tom Brady. I like Tom Brady.
I don't like Tom Brady.
All right,
at all.
that's it.
I don't like
vote to
Tom Brady
remove
at all,
him
but I
from the-
don't
from the
just-
show.
I don't know.
Can we vote to remove him from the show for that comment?
That's
alone?
it. I'm done. I'm done.
No, because I
I'm-
don't like Tom Brady, but I hated him in New England, and now I'm
Oh,
like, I kind of anytime that New England and Tom Brady play, I'm like, let's go, Tom.
Well,
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
come on,
but
I
that-
want to see you do.
That's just because of your hatred for Belichick.
No, I just
Hatred
want
for New
I want
England
Tom
area.
to prove that he's Tom, and I want Brady or Belichick to just not be a dick. I guess. Yeah, I guess so.
all right. So I got 15 seconds before we're up for a break. So I got Travis Kelce, Deshaun Jackson, Josh Norman, Antonio Brown, Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, and might be a baseball player because he's such a fucking big catcher, Jackson Mahomes, and also Chris Collinsworth fucking sucks. That's all I got. We'll catch you after the break.
A Christmas
Sorry,
story
Josh,
too.
but that I like that you didn't get to explain because that was even better.
He's like all pissed off.
Good
Oh,
call on
how many
Chris
seconds
fucking
we got?
Collinsworth, though.
At 18 minutes, I'm like, we got to wrap this fucking thing up. We got all the way to fucking 29.
Really?
No, Collinsworth. That was pretty good. That was a good one.
All
I
right, no way,
kept
we
wanting to
got
throw it.
29.
I kept
We
wanting to throw
started
it to you,
after
Josh,
10,
because I
10,
saw you
27.
writing stuff down, but people kept bogarting the mic.
No, I didn't, it's fine. No, I was just like,
First of all,
Josh,
I
shut
wasn't
the
as
fuck
long.
up.
the second we started talking Seahawks 49ers, I'm like, here's another fucking 10 minutes. God damn.
We didn't. We didn't get to 29,
Goddamn
guys.
week.
We started that segment after 10, and it's 10:27. So there's no way.
Can we go back though?
I can
and-
show you the segment. It's literally, I literally had 15 seconds in that.
Then you
Or
started
else it would've
early
cut
because
out.
I said at 10:01. Let's go to Hollywood's corner.
All right.
Deshaun Jackson, though, that was the one that I was like, I'm going to save that for the Giants fans.
So I do have to go back though. Josh's list. I tried to catch some of those names. Travis Kelce,
I fucking hate him. Big dumb idiot.
Yeah.
He's a big dumb
Patrick
idiot.
Mahomes.
I don't know. I don't really like
Mahomes
dudes.
he's the new golden boy. He's fucking stupid. And his hair
I mean,
is-
I'm not a Patrick Mahomes fan per se, but I don't hate.
Wait,
the
you
guy.
don't
He has
like Pat
too many
Mahomes?
shoes.
I just
I
want him
want-
to
I-
lose.
I'm sick of his hair and I'm sick of his golden boy shit.
Oh,
I will say though,
don't
when
mind
it comes to Patrick Mahomes, I do sit back and wait for the decline because I think they hyped him up way too much, way too early because they were so desperate, the NFL, to find that replacement for Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and Aaron Rodgers. And I think they just ceremoniously gave it straight to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. So you didn't mention Lamar Jackson, and Lamar Jackson was anointed like that too.
You know, and that's actually a good one. I can't fucking stand Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson.
I didn't.
The thing with Lamar Jackson, though,
yeah, I
he doesn't get the constant praise that Pat Mahomes does. But again, I don't dislike.
He's actually
Pat
gotten
Mahomes
some.
at all.
He's gotten flack this year, which is like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Mahomes will have a bad game, and they're like, "Oh, well, it's because of this." It's like, no, he fucking sucked. Like, he had a bad game. He's human, and everybody fucking holds him like Tom Brady to a goddamn pedestal. Fuck that guy.
I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. You give me
Any
a,
elite quarterback.
you give me a choice between Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Justin Herbert. I'm taking either
Taking
of the two
Mahomes.
over. No, I'll take the other two over Pat.
I was gonna say I'd take
I'm
either.
taking Mahomes, then Herbert and Allen
No,
in that order.
no.
Yeah, I disagree, but
I think you give Herbert or Allen the weapons that Mahomes had his first few years in KC, and they're going to do the same, if not better, than Mahomes did. Mahomes should have more Super Bowls than he does, given what he had.
so we're already at.
Basically the same team, except his offensive line's different. That's about the only change. I mean, he doesn't have Sammy Watkins, but Sammy Watkins wasn't that good.
We're at Guru segment and then betting, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're at an hour and 6 minutes already. So
Jeez.
just fair warning.
Speaking of, really?
Yeah, I'm so on the time because all of my friends that have listened, have listened or watched the show or anything like that, like on YouTube, say that it's got to be cut. It's got to be cut down because they said after about if a segment is around 15 minutes long or like longer, they start to lose interest.
Yeah, but you also have 23-year-old friends. It's not everybody. I mean, you got to think the entire spectrum of the listeners.
This
You know what
is
I mean?
no, I understand, but I'm talking about like Phil and Corey as well. They're like, you got to cut it down because we're just losing interest.
Yeah,
Like,
but they're also
I
not
don't think
they're
that-
also not diehard football fans. If you reach
not
out to
all,
them,
not all of our listeners are like they listen for the like. We're not gonna get those guys that are diehard football fans. We're gonna get them that they want to hear the betting, they want to hear this, but they're gonna listen to it. So, personally,
Agreed.
Let's do it.
No, I do think we should set a time limit just because I think that's better scheduling wise, not necessarily because somebody's running too long, but
and it's I understand because you guys aren't seeing it, but as I'm seeing it tick down and it's saying you have this much time, it's very stressful that I'm like, we gotta get this going.
What you should do, Josh, is have your
you
phone
understand I did it for
and
3 weeks.
have a get your phone and start a timer. And that way, every now and then, just kind of put it up so we can see where we're at time wise. Because I agree,
yeah, no, I mean, there's definitely, I mean, even just listening, there's depending on the week, there are definitely some segments that run a little long. You're like, all right, we get
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I was gonna say. I know when I listen in, I skip part of those segments because they just
Oh.
kind of drag on.
I usually listen to the whole thing regardless, but I'm also like taking mental notes at the same time.
All right, that's right.
I'm masturbating, but that's
I mean, I don't get me wrong. So yeah, I'm in the
I'm-
shower. You know?
I mean, I'm finished by the time Josh is done saying hello.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
It's a good hello.
That's pretty good time there, Hollywood. That,
Right, yeah,
like, wow.
Is that
I
like?
wish I could go that long.
Is that
that doesn't include the warm up.
That's with
is that
Bush
your
and
strong?
It's not prep time.
Is that
No,
your
no.
strong hand, or is that? Do you see?
No, my finger's already in my ass by the time I start.
Oh my god!
That was good.
All right, let's do this.
All right.
Got a long next couple days.
Chris, you introduced Guru then?
Hey, George. Before we start, do you have anything that, like, sorry guys, but do you have anything for us to jump in, or you just kind of?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
We good?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1.
And welcome back, TFP Nation. As stated by your wonderful host over there just before break, we are going to run straight over to Goatee Guru, our professional. Not sure what he's got for us now that the season is over, but quite interested. Goatee, what do you got?
Yeah, going to change things up a little bit this week. Obviously, we, like you mentioned, are going into the off season as far as fantasy football is concerned. However, as we also mentioned last week, there's no off season for dynasty leagues. And dynasty leagues, you want to pay attention year round. And if you're in a league where maybe you're rebuilding, or maybe even you have a top tier team, but you want to extend the championship window of your team, these are some guys that I think you should be looking at on your roster that now is the time to move them. Their value is not going to be any higher than it is right now, in my opinion. And I think you move them now, you reap those rewards. And if you hold off and don't move them now, I think you're going to basically get pennies on the dollar. So without further ado, I'm going to give you 10 guys that I'm looking to trade away in dynasty leagues this offseason. Number 1, Adam Thielen from the Minnesota Vikings. Continuing to age. Justin Jefferson, clearly the number 1 in that offense now. And we're not certain what is going to happen with Kirk Cousins. There's going to be a new coach in town. Does he want to bring in his own quarterback? Not sure. So Cousins may be on his way out, and I don't feel like Thielen's going to have higher value than he does right now. Number 2 is Melvin Gordon from currently the Denver Broncos. He's probably going to be a free agent this year, or he's going to be a free agent this year, likely to be on a new team. And Melvin Gordon, he actually flashed a little bit better than I expected him to this year. However, he is another aging back, and I'm personally ready to move on from him. He still could have some productive years. I don't think he's going to repeat what he did this year going forward. So right now, if you can grab a second-round pick for him, if you can coax a first-round pick out of somebody for him, that's huge. Number 3, Zach Ertz, Arizona Cardinals tight end. Still going to be productive going forward, but he is entering his mid-30s, and I don't expect this production that we've seen, that we've become accustomed with. I don't think it's going to continue past this season. So I'm moving on from Ertz. Number 4 is a guy a lot of people probably forgot about, Michael Thomas from the New Orleans Saints. Michael Thomas is entering his age 29 season. I know it doesn't seem like he's been in the league that long, but guy's already almost 29 years old. And we know that it's kind of a mess, the quarterback situation in New Orleans. Even when Taysom Hill's under center, not a great passer of the football. I think Michael Thomas would be hindered by his inaccuracy. Michael Thomas is still, I think, going to be a good receiver, productive. He gets open if that foot is healed, but let's not forget he hasn't played football in basically 2 years. So if he's out there and you can still try to find somebody that values him the way he was valued while he was on the field, move him right now. Number 5, Aaron Jones, Green Bay Packers. A.J. Dillon, as we saw, continued to build his role in that offense throughout the year. Also, I don't know what's going to happen with Aaron Rodgers. There's a good chance he's back, but there's also a good chance he moves on. And I think if he does move on, that's going to really hinder those running backs going forward. It's definitely going to cause teams to stack the box a little bit more often. I don't think that anybody's really scared of Jordan Love at this point, even though I think he will develop. So Aaron Jones, I'm moving on from. Ezekiel Elliott, we've kind of mentioned it throughout the season. He just, doesn't really have the same burst he had at one point. I know he fought through some injuries this year, and that could definitely play a factor. But he's got a lot of wear and tear on those legs, and if I can move him for a high pick, I'm going to do it right now. Number 7, this one's a little bit lesser value, but I don't think you're going to find any more value than what he has right now going forward, is Jared Cook, tight end for the Chargers. Jared Cook's been pretty productive throughout his career. Nothing too extreme, but I don't foresee him even being really a tight end one going forward anymore. So if you can find somebody that can bite, move him right now. Number 8, I kind of already mentioned him, but Kirk Cousins. Again, I don't know what's going to happen with him. He's entering his mid-30s now, and I just don't know. He's probably going to start wherever he ends up, whether he stays in Minnesota or he finds a new home. But I don't have a lot of faith. I don't know what the new offensive system is going to look like. Outside of Justin Jefferson, his weapons are kind of starting to dwindle. So I don't have a lot of faith in Cousins moving forward. And if I can find some good value, I'm trading him. Number 9, Mike Davis. Mike Davis probably wasn't even worth trading for prior to this season. But his role in Atlanta, albeit overshadowed a little bit by Cordero Patterson, he was productive to a point. So if you're going to find any value on him, right now is the time. Move him before that value drops right off the table next year. Number 10, Derek Carr. Again, we don't know what's going to happen as far as the head coaching position in Las Vegas. And Derek Carr, he's been a little up and down. And I think it'd be good for him to have a change of scenery, but I don't know where that's going to end up. And he is getting a little bit older now. He's not an old quarterback by any means, but middle of his career, maybe a little past the middle of his career. And I would look to move him right now, try to get a younger piece. That's the guys I got for the players that you should be looking to trade away this year or this offseason in the Dynasty Leagues. And now I'm going to give you a quick rundown of my DFS lineup, my daily fantasy sports lineup on FanDuel for the weekend ahead in the wild card weekend. This is the lineup that I really like. Hopefully you guys can find it useful, and hopefully it helps you win some money. But what I'm going with here, let me bring this up real quick. At the quarterback position, I'm going with Jimmy Garoppolo. That is purely based on budget. I wanted to beef up my skill positions a little bit more, and I think Jimmy Garoppolo he's got the opportunity to have a pretty good day. Dallas's secondary is beatable. They take some chances, and he has the chance to put up a pretty productive day. Running back position, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, $6,600. And I'm sorry, Jimmy Garoppolo was $6,800. Edwards-Helaire, $6,600, facing the 27th worst fantasy run defense in Pittsburgh. I expect him to have a pretty good day. Expect him to get in the end zone. And kind of the same way for this next guy, Leonard Fournette, at $7,300. He's playing Philly. They're a lower ranked run defense. I expect Lombardi Lenny to come right back off IR, be okay. And I think he's going to be a big factor in that game. Wide receiver positions. This is where I splurged a little bit. 8,700, Deebo Samuel. The guy has been incredible this year. He has been in the top 5 of multiple categories due to his usage. He's used in all sorts of facets. I mean, he just threw a touchdown this past week. So he set a record for the most rushing touchdowns ever by a wide receiver in NFL history. And not only that, he finished with the 4th most receiving yards in the NFL this year.
I think he's the toughest to make a prop bet on because you never know what he's going to do.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But as far as fantasy points, he is almost a sure thing because of everything that he does. The guy he's phenomenal. So I splurged a little bit on Deebo, but I think it's worth it. Averaging 18.78 fantasy points per game this year. Deontay Johnson is my other wide receiver, 7,200. He's got Kansas City Last time they played Kansas City, he only went for about 50 yards, but he did get in the end zone. I expect Pittsburgh to be trailing in this game and having to throw quite often, and we know Ben loves Deontay Johnson, so I'm kind of just playing the odds that he's going to rack up some catches, rack up some yards, and he'll score you some points. My third wide receiver at 5,300, this is where I kind of was running out of money. I wanted to just kind of look for a matchup and a guy that has had some hot streaks recently. I went with Zay Jones from the Las Vegas Raiders. He's got Cincinnati. Cincinnati is the worst ranked fantasy defense this season, 32nd. So Zay Jones in his past 4 games has went over 50 yards in 3 of them, over 67 in 2, over 120 in 1. And in those games, he had no less than 5 catches. He had 6 twice and 8 once. So it's kind of just a lower end play, but I think you could reap some good rewards from playing him. Tight end position, Rob Gronkowski, 7,400, playing Philly. I've mentioned it all year long on my starts and sits. Philly is not good against the tight end, so I expect Gronkowski to find the end zone at least once on Sunday. In my flex position, I went with George Kittle, 6,500, playing against Dallas. Kind of the same thing. Dallas, they're better than Philly is against the tight end. However, they are susceptible to being beaten by tight ends. So I'm going to play the odds that with Jimmy Garoppolo in the lineup, he loves George Kittle. I think Kittle has a pretty good day on Sunday. And finally, at the defense position, 4,200, took the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Philadelphia Eagles. I didn't really like any of the defenses, but Tampa was kind of cheap, and it just happened to work out that with them, I took my salary right to 0. So that's my lineup. Garoppolo, Edwards-Helaire, Fournette, Samuel, Deontay Johnson, Zay Jones, Rob Gronkowski, George Kittle, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We'll see how it goes this weekend, but I feel pretty confident.
Sweet.
I like that.
I do
like
too.
it.
I do. I like the daily fantasy. I actually don't do it, so it's kind of interesting to hear about that. Also, I had a couple buddies that have tried getting me into it weekly, so I might come to you for advice on those to try and win me some money. So then I have Brandon Lee winning me money with bets, and you winning me money with date. Can I do that? I can do that.
Yeah, that's what we're here for, so everybody can just benefit off of us.
That's right. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. All right. Well, we are going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're gonna, itch that scratch like we always do, and we will have Brandon Lee with the sports bets of the week.
Scratch
After
the
this.
Scratch the itch.
Scratch the itch is scratched. After this. Whatever.
That was funny.
I like the daily fantasy sports.
I never thought about doing that.
Yeah,
So
I like
I
that.
think I like that. Yeah.
That's really entertaining, actually.
I'm real bad at it.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm really bad at it.
I'm bad at it because I splurge like way.
I
too
usually do pretty good on it, but
I
not
splurge.
always. I'll have some weeks where I do really poorly, but for the most part, I do pretty good.
I would do really bad because I'd go Aaron Rodgers as my one, and then I had no money. I got no money for anybody else.
That's what I do, Chris. That's what I do in like my GM mode and like all these games too. I'm like, oh, Aaron Judge, sure, give him $700 million, and then I'm like, oh, I got no one else. Nobody
Yeah.
else.
Oh no.
That's why if you start doing DFS and you want to try to set your own lineup, always start with running backs and receivers first.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can go and try to kind of tweak the rest of it. But and sometimes tight end, if you let's say it's a week that you really think Travis Kelce is going to go crazy, put him in your lineup and then go from there. Never start with your quarterback. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can understand that.
No, that's just like any draft, really.
All right, B. How many
Oh,
bets you got?
Dude, I for this whole playoffs, I'm doing one for every single game of the playoffs, but I can go through it pretty quick. Holy shit.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was.
Um,
So in this case, I have 6. But like I said,
Cool.
I can get through them pretty quick.
no, it's okay. I mean, actually, Jordan was really efficient. We are at an hour and 20, so we'll be right around where we normally are.
What are we normally at? Like an hour and a half?
We vary from an hour and a half to usually around like an hour and 47-ish. Usually in that range.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Chris, I closed it out, so you open it. Being addicted to children, not giving the dick.
That's what I do for a living. That's what I do for a
Wait,
living.
what? Being or giving?
Being addicted to children.
being-
Okay, I was like, hopefully I didn't read that wrong.
I was gonna say, I thought it was giving, and I'm like, wow, just like Lawrence Taylor. It's
Oh, jeez.
Great
Yeah, I'll do
guy.
it.
great guy. All right, Chris, you send it to Mr. Brandon. Lee.
It's me.
3, 2, 1.
All right, welcome back, TFP. The last segment, January 12th, 2022. Time to win big bucks. Time to scratch the itch. I don't know, whatever our host, the opposite of what he said when we left from break. We want to
Scratch that itch.
That's right. Scratch that itch. We're gonna send it to our man, Brandon Lee. By the way, I want someone to tweet us out or whatever. Someone give us somebody that has gone 18 weeks this football season and has a better percentage of wins on his bets. All right, that's what I want. I want someone to go ahead and just tell me who's done a better job because he was 77%.
It's
this
actually
year.
unbelievable. It
That
really
is, there is nobody out there that's.
I'd like
that's
to.
hitting 77%.
I'd actually like to correct you there, Chris. We
Oh,
went
I'm sorry.
80% last week and bumped ourselves up to 79% on the year.
79%. Well, like I said, tell me if there's someone better out there in the 18 weeks we just had in this football season. Brandon Lee, what do you got? First week of playoffs. Let's hear it, man.
Yeah, I do have to give a little bit of credit though because Johnny McDuff did help us out with the first. Was it 3 weeks? I think.
Sure. Yeah.
So
Yep.
that was going off of the percentage of both of us for the first 3 weeks. But again, we've done pretty well this week or this year. Yeah. So through the playoffs, I'm going to go every single game. I'm gonna do my best to find a bet that I think is gonna pay out for you. And I feel pretty good this week with all there's 6 games. I'm going all 6 bets. I feel good. So I'll get you started for the first bet. I am taking, and this is a you take this or this kind of thing. Excuse me. I am going with Cincinnati Bengals money line or the Raiders at +5.5. The Bengals, I think, are going to win this game, especially since I don't know if you guys saw this, but Joe Burrow, he's sitting at 100 or a 106.9 QB rating, which if you look, every quarterback that is in the playoffs, AFC and NFC, his QB rating is the highest. Which again, hopefully you took that MVP as a sleeper MVP pick because I think if he goes deep enough, that's it. But with this, I think Bengals win. You ride the hot hand. Joe Burrow is definitely the hot hand right now, but at 5.5, I think that's a little bit too much of a spread for them to cover. I think this is going to be a little bit closer of a game. So I'm gonna say take the money line or you take the Raiders spread on this, and I think that kind of covers us pretty well. I think we're gonna hit that one. Bet number 2, I am going with the New England Patriots at +4. So not only did I say earlier that I think the Patriots are going to win this, I think the Patriots are going to actually cover this spread. I mean, they can lose by 4 and still cover. I'm going to take it. But this is playoff football. And Belichick is not known for having first-round exits. So I'm gonna say, even though Buffalo got the better of them the last time around, you don't outcoach Belichick consistently twice in the season. It's just not a thing. And apparently, as Guru said earlier, if you do, you get fired that season. So I'm taking the Patriots +4. And I mean, if you're really going to ask me, I think Tampa Bay and the Patriots meet up in the playoffs. Or meet up in the Super Bowl. I think that's a storyline. Anyway, on to bet 3. That brings me to Tampa Bay. You take Tampa Bay at whatever freaking spread that they have right now. Right now they're at -8.5, but they are going to steamroll the Eagles. Philly, you ain't got Big Dick Nick anymore, man. He's not there to save you. Goodbye. Go home.
Damn.
Going on to 4, 49ers. Yeah, fucking 49ers. You guys are going to cover the spreads, +3. Dallas has not shown a big win yet this entire season. They have not actually had a big win, right? All they have shown to me is that in the big moments and in the games that they need to win, they choke and then they end up hugging each other on the sideline. Like, it'll be okay, guys. So here goes the 49ers +3. I'm going to take Pittsburgh Steelers, but I'm going to take them at the spread at +12.5 because they're not winning. So
Should take the money line.
no, they are definitely not winning. So Kansas City's going to win this game, but this is Big Ben's potential last game of his career. So this is not going to be a blowout. This is going to be a close game, right? And I don't know if you guys know, but the Steelers in the second half, throughout the regular season, in the second half, they are the 10th highest scoring team. Okay. So I think, yeah, this might begin to look like a blowout. I think this will be a pretty close game. It's going to cover 12.5. But my question for the Steelers is, how long can you be successful when you're only playing a half of good football? So I think it ends this week. Kansas City takes it. Pittsburgh covers the spread. Go for it. Number 6, I am going with the Los Angeles Rams. I think they're just the better team. I like Kyler Murray as the quarterback at Arizona. I don't like to play against them being a Seahawks fan, but I think he will be the answer for that team. I don't think he is quite yet. This is a game that I think I would have liked to have seen later in the playoffs because I think this is going to be a really exciting game. But ultimately, I do see the Rams knocking off the Cardinals. Those are my 6 bets. Hope you guys enjoy the weekend, enjoy the playoffs. And
Do you have a best bet? A best bet, one that you feel the best about?
Patriots.
Nope.
I feel the best about the Patriots. I feel the best about the Pittsburgh covering the spread as a number 2, and well, that's actually a toss-up because I feel pretty good about Cincinnati covering the money line or taking the money line. And like I said, that you could go the or with Cincy and the Raiders with the Cincy money line, Raiders spread. You could do the same thing with the Kansas City money line, Pittsburgh spread. Those are probably the 2 that I feel the best about, but New England's a real close second.
Gotcha.
Wow. I don't like that.
As a fan, neither do I, but I think, like I said, storylines, man. You're going to see Brady versus Belichick in the Super Bowl. It was bound to happen.
You know what?
I think you have a chance now.
What do we always talk about too? Or not we, but what do they always talk about? They being the experts you see on TV all the time. They're always talking about who's hot at the right time. Arizona is not hot at the right time, and I think that's a good call on LA. And I just wanted to throw one more thing out there. Since week 8 of the regular season, I think it's week 8. The San Francisco 49ers have the best record in the NFL.
You're getting hot at the right time.
Let me tell you though, I mean Joe Burrow and them Bengals, they're getting hot at the right time. When you got a guy like Joe Burrow right now with the highest QB rating, I think that's something you got to think about.
What about Joe?
Yeah, I agree. I think Joe Burrow has been really good, and I think he's going to show his class in the playoffs. I don't know if I trust that defense enough yet. That's the issue for me with Cincinnati.
Understood. I think they get past the Raiders, but I think ultimately, I mean, I think it's something to look at when you look at Joe Burrow having a higher QB rating than some of the other quarterbacks like Rodgers, Tom Brady, you know, like Josh Allen's in there. You know what I mean? Like you've got some good names in there, and Joe Burrow's above them all.
Yeah. Well
GOAT.
represented by some of these young studs in the NFL now. So it's going to be exciting.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
same thing. Brandon Lee, thank you for those insightful bets. I hope everyone hits, because out of respect for your birthday coming up, I am taking every single one. So
What
I'll
would be a
let
better
you-
birthday gift, huh?
you'll hear a lot from me this week. But
Yeah, it's definitely not the 78% win percentage he has. Or I'm sorry, 79. Sorry.
79.
That's right. That's right.
So
That's right.
so you're saying that you're on the you're on the bandwagon now, and you're jumping on the New England train.
Well, we're just gonna do it. No, maybe I won't take that one. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But that'll do it for the Week 19 edition of the Fantasizers podcast. Boys, claps around, claps around, claps around. Be sure to follow us on all of our social medias. It's Twitter. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on TikTok, even Instagram. Oh my gosh, we have it all. YouTube, to find our behind the scenes makeup and shenanigans and all that. Be sure to follow us on all of those social medias. And from all of us at TFP, we thank you and look forward to seeing you next week.
Adios.
Boom.